Hi, I'm Meagan Pember and I work for the College of Education here at Murray State University. Today I'll be talking with you about some time management strategies to help you get through crazy semesters at Murray State. Alright, the compass or the clock. What comes first, the compass or the clock? Before one can truly manage time, the clock, it's important to know where you are going, what your priorities and goals are, in which direction you're headed, the compass. Where you are headed is more important than how fast you are going. Rather than always focusing on what is urgent, learn to focus on what is really important. Taking control of your time in your life. Time seems to always slip away, doesn't it? Bruce Lee said, "If you love life, don't waste time, for time is what life is made up of." By taking control of your life and your time, you're able to promote authority over our lives and ourselves. Time equals life. Therefore, waste your time and waste your life, or master your time and master your life. Alan Lincoln. It's one of the main characteristics of successful people. Until you value yourself, you will not value your time. Until you value your time, you will not do anything with it. M. Scott Peck. One of the first things that I always tell people to do when talking about time management is to make a list. Categorize your time spent on the following: class attendance, study time, work, commute time. I know it may not seem like much, but I still want you to put it on there. Sorority and fraternity meetings, social events, intramurals, parties, racer basketball and football games, time spent with family and other, things like church, time with your significant other, student organizations, etc. Then I want you to sit back and assess and evaluate. Ask yourself these questions. Will the way I'm spending my time contribute to my college success? Do I need to make adjustments? Which college-related areas will require more of my time? Am I willing to make the necessary changes to achieve college success? If so, what are those changes? First things first, a calendar. Yes, you need one. Even if you're a guy. I don't mean it has to be Lilly Pulitzer or Nike or whatever it is that you want. Just get a calendar. A calendar helps you stay organized. Even if you put everything in your phone or your iPad, a paper calendar helps you visualize due dates, test dates, and other important events. Things to put in your calendar: due dates, test dates, target dates, sorority fraternity meetings, committee meetings too, since we know you're always going to be on a committee, mixers, formals, intramural games, philanthropic events, etc. Student organization meetings and events, holidays, vacations, birthdays. You don't want to be that person that forgets their mom's birthday once they get to college. Then create a weekly schedule. Each Sunday, set aside time to plan out the week ahead. While the events may already be in your calendar, the time required for each may not be. You've got to know your strengths. If you're good in math, maybe your math homework or math test won't require as much time. If you're struggling in biology, make sure you set aside extra time to get that taken care of. Color code. Always have your highlighter handy and make sure that you highlight the things that are most important. Make Post-its. Put them somewhere that you will see them. I always put mine on my mirror because obviously when I get ready in the morning, I have to look at that. Include weekend study hours for tests and assignments that may be due on Monday or Tuesday. I know it's one of the worst feelings in the world to walk into class on Monday and realize you forgot to study for an exam. The daily to-do list. List everything you need or want to get done for a day. Then set your priorities. A, or pink, red, whatever color you make it, must be done. B, should be completed if at all possible. C, low priority. Complete only after doing A and B. And then prioritize your tasks within each group. Write them down and cross them off as you complete the task. Not only does this help you keep track, but it also gives you a feeling of accomplishment as you work through the list. I know as I get through my list, it's one of the best feelings when the whole list is crossed off. Usually I tear mine up just to finally say I'm done. Getting organized. I know I said it before, but I just want to reiterate. Invest in a planner/calendar with plenty of room, and if possible, one that breaks each day down into hours or 30-minute sections. organize your study area. It's really hard to get focused when you have cups sitting around or pencils all over the place. So just make sure that your study area is really well organized. Set up a basic filing system with the following: course folders, one for each course; academic information folders. This will just contain anything you receive from MSU. And then a personal information folder, your birth certificate, a copy of your social security card, bank info, whatever it is that you have, make sure you keep that somewhere handy. Then locate an ideal study area and use it on a regular basis. I know that sometimes dorm rooms can be hard to study in. So if you need to find an area on your residential college floor, find that. If you need to go to the library, go there. But find your space and make sure you use it. Advanced planning for each course. Your syllabus is your roadmap for each class. After the first day in each course, fill out your planner with important assignments and test dates. Most of the time, large test dates and assignments are on the syllabi, so start studying for the test or working on the project well in advance. Break down the big assignments into smaller tasks that you can accomplish one or two of each week before the assignment is due. And just remember, putting off equals anxiety and stress. To cram or not to cram? That's always the question. I know that you've probably been told or you hear stories about cramming and acing the test, but 90% of the time, those that cram don't ace the test. It's an ineffective study method. It inhibits storage of information in your long-term memory. So if it's an accounting test and you're going to be an accountant, you probably don't want to cram for that if you plan on being a very good accountant. It causes anxiety and frustration. It can actually lead to mental blocks come test time due to the stress placed on the brain while cramming. Learning over a period of time using repetitive practice is a more efficient and effective tool for retaining your information. Ask yourself, what is the best use of my time right now? Utilize small blocks of time that you might normally waste. For example, when you're sitting in the hall in between classes, I know it's really fun to Facebook creep or play on Instagram, but it's a great time to get in a little extra studying. With that being said, always have study material with you. Work when you have the highest level of energy. If you're a morning person, make sure you work in the morning. If you're a night owl, then study at night. Don't try and force yourself to study when you're not really ready. Eliminate external distractions. I know you want to hang out with your boyfriend or girlfriend, but a lot of times they're really just a distraction. So try and focus on the task at hand. When you're tired or distracted, mix it up. By changing projects or materials, you're able to revitalize and kind of change up your situation. So if you're studying for chemistry, switch to Civ. If you're working on a project, study for a test. In closing, the balancing act. Keep sight of your goals, attend class, identify your commitments and responsibilities, prioritize, schedule, and most importantly, ask for help when you need it. The most important thing to remember is to have fun. Your time spent here at Murray State will be some of the best years of your life. So get your job done, make sure you study hard, and have fun.